Hello everyone, it's Epitomy, and in today's video I want to share some very useful tips that will help you climb up the ranks in Terminal Attack rank mode. I know this game mode can be quite controversial for many, but at the end of the day, currently the only way we can obtain the diamond and ruby skin. My first tip is about the bomb in the game. You need a bomb carrier, but I think many people make the mistake of holding the bomb all the way to the objective, which often gets them killed. In my experience, about 70% of the players I face do this, and it makes them an easy target. So you can see on the screen here right now that my heavy has got the bomb in his hand. It does leave a little blue trail, which you can see. If you're an enemy team, you'll be able to spot this guy from a mile away, especially at higher ranks. But my heavy can't shoot back whilst he's got the bomb in his hand. So there is one easy solution, and I highly recommend you doing it between low to medium ranks, and it's very situational at higher. So here's what you need to do. The same thing works with the cash out box, and it works the same with the terminal bomb. So when you throw it, it doesn't really go that far, and again, even if I look up, it doesn't go the distance we want it to go. But if we jump and melee throw at the same time, the momentum on this is absolutely insane. So let me try and get this to my teammate over here, and you can see it's gone absolutely flying. Be sure to keep it on the map or else it will reset. This way you can continue using your weapon and move towards the objective whilst having the bomb already close to the site. And this is actually a great example because you can see my teammate is already at the bomb site, and he's actually picked up the bomb from when I was showing you how to do it. So he's actually made quite a lot of gain from actually having a bomb thrown to him like this. Tip number 2 is actually ping abusing. I discovered that ping abuse is a strategy used by the cheaters in the game. So when they do it, it spams it super fast, but we can't do that. Although we cannot spam it as fast as they do, it still works effectively. In the footage on the screen, you can see the red markers moving around, and this will also show up for your teammates. Essentially, if you spam it, they will always have a red mark on the head until you stop. This can work really well for finding out their spawns. Like in this clip, you can see the red marker moving down the map, and your teammates will also see this. It's very powerful, and I really appreciate when my teammates do this. So I wanted to know how much I can abuse this tip. So I can kind of tell that they're going to spawn on the other side of the map, but I'm not sure which direction they'll be going. But I started to abuse the ping here, and I can see the enemy without even actually seeing him with my own vision. And it allowed me to tell my teammates, hey, they're going over towards A, and I can confirm it again here. You can see that the enemies go towards the hospital, and I managed to ping it again. Tip number 3 is the actual bomb site. It's very critical. I recommend pushing it over. I've seen so many games where players lose because they hide behind the bomb site. Even I've lost because enemies standing behind it just like this. So to buy yourself a few extra seconds, all you need to do is throw a grenade just like this on the screen, and what will happen is it will topple over just like that. And what's really good about this spot, you can actually see this location from the tower, so you should be able to snipe him from that location if you needed to. So if you don't have a heavy on your class, I recommend one person using a grenade on your team. This will make it 2 times harder for the enemies to defuse or plant. I know it's super obvious tip, but it might just win you a round or 2 because it's on the floor like this. And I nearly forgot to mention as well, this is really good for the turret, so the turret will have full visibility of the actual bomb site. In my last video, I discussed the recommended loadout for players. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend you do so. It contains a lot of very useful information. I believe that every player using light loadout should equip sonar grenades. They are incredibly useful for gathering intel and locating the opponents. A little tip, the sonar grenades will only trigger when they land on the floor, so you can throw them as far as possible and they will only trigger once they stay still. But you can get very creative with this. If you've got gateway on, you can basically throw the gateway all the way over to B. And if you want to make sure you're safe, let's say we go behind this building here, we're going to place this here, get my sonar grenade out, and we can throw it through, and we can see if enemies appear, which we can see there's one player at the bottom there. You can see detected, which is very useful. You can see there's now 2. My teammates managed to get the kill, and we can throw another sonar in there as well. Tip number 5, getting the high ground. Getting the high ground is very important in Terminal Attack. When you're on the attacking side of the new map, you will always get this spawn on the attacking side. I would recommend your light player to use the gateway, as you can essentially spawn trap him and claim the high ground from the beginning. So you can see here, when I jump on this jump pad, you want to throw the gateway at the top and then one at the bottom. You go through this and you'll see the enemies spawn behind the tower, so they actually spawn on the tower stairs. So when you get up here, you can do a lot of damage. If you've got the LH1, you can probably pepper these a lot quicker, but even if you just do a bit of damage on them, you know that they're quite weak now and they no longer have their shields. And another tip for the new map, you really want to get this tower control. It's very, very important because you can see a lot of the map and help your teammates for info and managing to snipe players off. But you don't want to stay on the bottom floor. You want to get that roof control. If you've got a grapple or dash, and you can see here, just like the previous clip, I can actually mark the players so my teammates have a good understanding where they're coming from. Tip number 6 is the Season 3 Winch Claw. So if you're using a heavy and you want to have some fun, I know that's what the finals is here for. It's not super serious, but if you want to use the heavy class and use melee, you can actually claw the terminal over to any location you want to. You can see here that I am breaking this class in this corner. I'm waiting for my winch claw to come back up, and I'm going to bring it as close as possible as I can. So essentially, as a heavy main, you can move the cash out or the terminal to wherever you want, which is really good if you want to prioritize location. Maybe your sniper player is in a window and he can shoot from a far distance. My team does die here, but you can see that I want to bring it as close as I can. You can see that this guy is trying to take over the point, but I've killed him now. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm going to bring it closer towards me, and it's in this corner here. And I'm just going to hide here as a heavy main. I know it's very sneaky and I shouldn't really be doing this, but at low ranks you can do this and have some fun. You can see I got 1 kill there, and then boom, we get the other one here and I get the win. And again, I want to show how creative you can be with this. So you can actually cash point over. Unfortunately, this one here doesn't work, but you can see what kind of potential there can be if you use the winch claw to move things. Maybe another jump pad, maybe some goo. But I did try again here. It didn't work again. But maybe you can get creative and move it to the same objective. Maybe put A to B next to each other somehow. But for this one, it didn't work. My next tip is very obvious, but it's near the end of the video, but I still want to make sure people understand and know that you can do this. If you're a casual player or it's your first time playing in Season 3, you might not know that you can actually shoot the buttons with your weapon. So you can see here my teammate is planting the bomb and I've actually shot him up. It's probably not the wisest thing for me to do, but if you're playing against an enemy player or you want to see what the objective is, you can shoot that from quite a long distance. I know most people know this, but if you are new, hopefully you've learned this new tip. And that is it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. I know terminal attack is not what everyone likes, but this is the only way we get those skins, and I'm here for it. You know, I will make content on it. If you guys want to see more gameplay and more videos about terminal attack, let me know. And also, if I've missed any tips out, leave a comment down below and I'll pin it or I'll like it so people can see it as well. I will probably do like another community poll, so if you do want to see terminal attack videos, just upvote it. If you want to see cash out videos, upvote it as well. And that's it. Don't forget to sub as well, it does mean a lot. I hope you've learned something new today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.